Finland is known throughout the world as the leader in mobile communications and technology. In a mere decade after the deepest recession since the 1930s, the country has pulled from the brink and remade itself as the new vanguard of affluence, democracy and technology. Or so the Finnish government would like us to think. In fact, the wireless wonder is simply a carefully orchestrated publicity front that hides a shocking truth behind it. Finland never pulled out the recession. While the country desperately attempted to get on the mobile industry bandwagon, the effort was a resounding failure. Refusing to confess the obvious facts, the Finnish government has engaged in an elaborate charade that has turned the country into a virtual prison, but fooled most outside observers, until now. With hidden cameras and the help of a few courageous, patriotic Finns who risked their lives to let the world know the truth, Finger Movies for the first time tells the true story of the hell behind the wireless curtain. Many Finnish high-tech firms are known throughout the world as technological leaders, but in reality they are fronts set up by the government to conduct secret official experiments and at the same time project a positive image. The actual products of these companies, when they are shown at all, are procured mainly from American manufacturers and then presented as if made by these Finnish companies. Nokia is a well-known name throughout the world as the leading manufacturer of mobile phones. In reality, Nokia is a monument of the unsuccessful effort to develop mobile phones. Determined not to let the world to see its failure, the Finnish government has nearly depleted the vast gold and oil reserves of the country while paying an American manufacturer to produce mobile phones and relabel them as Nokia phones. The so-called headquarters of Nokia, designed by an American architect, is a facade for the state-controlled propaganda machine and the crude effort to still produce the first functioning mobile phones. The scene inside is vastly different from the carefully maintained exterior. Risking his own life, a disillusioned former Nokia executive took this footage with a hidden camera and sneaked it through the heavily guarded border into neighboring Sweden, where he's hiding with the Finnish underground. The footage is from the inside of the Nokia building, which in reality is the main research and manufacturing facility of the Ministry of Communication, responsible for phone development. Because of faulty design and extremely low manufacturing standards, the first phones produced by this facility emitted so much radiation they literally fried the brains of the users. In this clandestinely filmed interview, a young Finn tells about her and her family's experiences in the hands of the state-run testing machine. To protect her from persecution, we have digitally altered her voice and protected her identity.
Hei eikö nämä valot ole vähän hassusti? Eikö se tule ihan väärästä suunnasta toi?
Ei, kyllä ne on ihan hyvin, että kerrot vaan, että voit ruveta kertomaan sun näistä kokemuksista.
Joo. Eli siihen aikaan äiti oli tosiaan Nokialla töissä ja hän oli tuotantopäällikkönä siellä ja muistan monesti, että hän toi meille uusimpia malleja sitten kokeiltavaksi. Ja sisarusparilla saatiin sitten hienoimmat kännykät, mitä markkinoilta aina löytyi. Ja kyllä siinä naapurin lapset olivat todella kateellisia monesti, kun meillä oli aina hienoimmat pelit ja vehkeet. Olihan siellä ihan hyvät nämä työsuhdeedut ilmeisesti Nokialla siihenkin aikaan. Ja
no, oliko täällä naapureilla sitten yhtään mitään lapsilla vai?
Ei vielä siihen aikaan ollut, se oli kuitenkin niin uutta vielä silloin, että kyllä he vaan kateellisina katsoivat sivusta, kun meneekin Venäjällä.
This courageous young woman has spent all her tears and she's already beyond bitterness. All she wanted was to let the world know of her and her compatriots' plight before she succumbed to cancer. Despite our precautions, she disappeared shortly after we filmed the interview and hasn't been seen or heard from since. Her friends fear for the worst, that she has also been eliminated as an unwanted voice. Often it is the most innocent ones who end up suffering the greatest hardships. We were able to obtain some drawings made by children traumatized by the horrible experiences of their families. We took the pictures to a leading child psychologist who agreed to profile them if her identity was not revealed. To honor her request, we have altered her voice. Nämä ovat tasapainoisten, iloisten lasten piirroksia. Kirkkaat värit ja voimakkaat muodot osoittavat tervettä itsetuntoa. Vahvasti perityt isä- ja äitihahmot kuvaavat myös hyvin kehittyneitä perhesuhteita. Timo was a fast-rising executive at Nokia who felt that the company should own up to its failures and take a fresh start. He was ousted and sent to exile in a labor camp, forced to help the country's struggling agricultural program. Armed with only his pick and shovel, this foreign executive had been reduced to not much more than a slave. Using a rare lapse in the security, we were able to briefly interview Timo and hear his story in his own words.
No joo, mä olin Nokialla semmoisen 10 vuotta. Oli ihan mukavaa ja palkkakin oli hyvä. Mutta sitten kun mun optiot tuli ulos, mä päätin, että muutaman vuoden vapaa tekisi hyvää. Ja me ostettiin tää tila ja vietetään nyt perheen kanssa vapaa vuosia. Kyllä mä varmaan vielä takaisin duuniin joskus meen, vaikkei rahan puutetta olisikaan. Vaimokin sanoo aina joskus, että mä pyörin ihan liikaa jaloissa.
In the middle of filming our documentary, Finnish security officials started getting suspicious of our activities, and our whole crew was detained and forcibly deported out of the country. Thanks to the courage and ingenuity of our cameraman, we were able to hide a small portion of our footage and smuggle it out of the country to let the whole world know the horror behind the wireless curtain that has descended across the serene Baltic Sea in front of us. As I take my last look towards Finland, I'm grateful to be in the relative safety of neutral Sweden, even though my contacts at the Finnish underground warn me that the long arm of the Finnish state police may reach even here after they've learned that we're able to smuggle out some evidence out of the country. My thoughts go out to the courageous Finns who risked their lives and the lives of their families and friends to talk to us and let us see a small glimpse of their national hell. This reporter can only hope that the international community heeds the warning call and intervenes before it is too late for an entire generation of Finns who are falling victim to a horrendous experiment run totally out of control.
This is Justin Des Moines signing off. May God bless Finland and help set her people free.